Yins, guys. Thank you for listening to the Bridge to Buctober podcast, where we talk all about them Pittsburgh Pirates and that. My name is Josh. Today is June 6th. A long rain delay last night, and it was not worth the wait, they say. The later the game went, the worse it got. You know what I mean? So the Astros finish off the series win in Pittsburgh, and it ended up getting ugly. 8-2 win for the Astros. Pirates not able to salvage the series from the Skeens loss, which I think really was the heavy one here. Getting shut out again with Skeens on the mound. He was fantastic, but it could have been 1-0 and it would have been the same result. So it really doesn't matter. But this game, you had an early lead. You kind of felt like maybe with Mitch Keller, who looked really good early on in this game. And then the fourth inning came and it basically just compiled on him. And this is one of the things that you do as a good team. You pile on, not pile on, but you group them together and you put up a crooked number in an inning. And when you're facing a good pitcher like Mitch Keller or Framber Valdez, if you can make that happen in that one inning, a lot of times that's all you're gonna get, and maybe all you're gonna need if you've got Framber behind you or Keller. It's whoever can put up the crooked number, whoever can go out and kind of. There's a word to describe this that I'm not thinking of. I just can't think of it. It's not pile on. It's I don't know what the word is. You guys are probably saying it to me while you're listening to this or watching this. You're probably saying it's this one, man. That's the one you're looking for. I can't think of it. Then again, it was what was it? 2-something hour rain delay. And so I waited till the game was over. So this is a late one. You're going to get that kind of stuff from a late show like this. Forgive me. Now, but Mitch Keller was good. It was just really the one inning. Maybe didn't have the big strikeout stuff, but you know what? I mean, Mitch Keller doesn't always have it, right? And I guess that's it. I guess that's really the only take on that. The one bad inning was just enough. Paredes hits 2 home runs in this game. I think everyone knew that he was going to be a good player when that trade happened, the Kyle Tucker trade, and they were able to get Paredes back. I think everybody thought, man, that's such a good fit for Houston. He's going to be good there. He's got 14 home runs. Hitting number 2 in their lineup, right around 250. That's, about what you would think, but perfect fit. Remember that thing about being late at night? I don't know if you heard that on the audio. I know you saw it on the video. Little yawn there. We're getting through here. 2 home runs for Paredes in this one. The one off Baraki kind of late in the game, absolutely smashed. Just absolutely smashed that ball. Let's see what we got on here. 104. It felt like it was harder than that, but 104 is still smashed. Line drive down the line. Back by the rotunda. Just an absolute missile. But the Pirates only get 2 runs here. And you're facing Framber Valdez. And it kind of felt like that could have happened. Once again, they were in the 3rd and 5th inning. You weren't able to stack them together. Maybe that's what I was trying to think of earlier. Weren't able to stack them together and get in a line there. O'Neal Cruz drives in 1, but by the time you're driving in the run, there's already 2 outs. Not able to put it together. Framber, I thought, had a specific game plan in this one, which I thought was probably, he went 7 innings and he still walked 3 and was able to go 7. And I think that the idea here is a pitch count at. Framber only threw 99 pitches. I say only, but with 3 walks and 4 hits. He could have got deeper than that. He also had 11 strikeouts. Usually you start putting up 11 strikeouts and 3 walks, and you're going to be hitting in the 100 range by the time you're in the 7th inning. But what he did at the bottom of the order, Triolo goes 2 for 2 with a walk. Kiner Falefa, I guess he only had 1 hit. I thought that he had a couple hits here, but it felt like he was going right at Triolo. And I thought IKF kind of really going right at him, and definitely not throwing the same type of stuff that he was throwing to Cruz at the top. I mean, Kutch, the golden sombrero, kind of overpowered on this night. I don't know. You think maybe the rain delay for a guy like McCutchen might be, late in your career? The rain delay for a guy like McCutchen might be a tough matchup. I mean, I'm being for real. I'm not trying to make an excuse, but I hadn't thought about that. But and I know what it's like when it gets late for me. And I mean, I'm a few years older, but in way worse shape than McCutchen. But still, I could see that being a thing. I don't know. He'd probably never admit it. Man, I am so tired. O'Neal Cruz, a couple strikeouts, but he did get he got both RBIs in this game. And not much more you can ask for. I mean, Framber Valdez up there, and you got O'Neal Cruz, the lefty. This is a tough one. I think it was his last strikeout, so I think it was in the 7th inning. Strike 2 was probably Framber Valdez's best pitch of the night. A curveball that Cruz went after a little bit low. He didn't have a shot, and he wasn't going to have a shot. That was a fantastic pitch. This is who Framber Valdez is. 11 strikeouts, and this goes back to what I was saying. When you're going right at a couple guys that you just know you're better than, sometimes that saving that for the top of the order. I mean, we talked about the first 4 hitters on after Monday's game or Tuesday's game. We talked about the 0 for 14 from the top 4 hitters, and different top 4 here. Gonzalez isn't there yet. I mean, obviously, he played the first game of the season and he's been out since. I think it's fair for as far as Gonzalez, I wouldn't have him hitting 4th right now. I got to give him some time. I know that he did a rehab, but it's a different game. I'm going to ease him in a little more than putting him 4th. But what else are you going to do when you look? I mean, the Pirates don't currently employ a 4-hitter, so you got to put somebody there. But in this one, they at least got a hit. With Cruz. But the strikeouts, 2 for Cruz, 4 for Kutch, and 3 for Reynolds and Gonzalez. Man. And Reynolds has been hitting really well lately, and it kind of feels like every once in a while has a game like this, but before the game, looking at it, it's 381 in the last 15 days. I think 11 games played for him, 381 with a 1.0 OPS. And so you're starting to see Reynolds warm up once again. This is not the Mick Abel game. This is not the Lance McCullers game. This is Framber Valdez. This dude's legit. And I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. Going into this game, you knew he was going to be that. You just needed Mitch Keller to rise to the occasion. And he doesn't. And if it matters, he gets his 8th loss. It doesn't matter to me. 1-8, though, does kind of stick out. But again, we talked about this a few days ago too. You got to start. This was 2 more losses piled up on the Skeens and Keller starts that you just have to find ways to win on these days. And it's not happening for this team. We're well beyond. I made a comment when I brought this up on the show that we talked about it. We're well beyond the time when you say maybe we'll relax a little bit because they're on the mound. You're beyond that. You already know that you're behind on this. You're no longer thinking that way. Now, if anything, maybe you're pressing and maybe that's causing some mistakes and whatnot. But I'm not even going there with it. Like, you've got to find a way. And when it's Framber Valdez out there to find a way, maybe in this one, the offense has not helped. But maybe in this one, I'm probably going to Mitch Keller and saying I need better than this. You had the one inning and it was good other than that. So I don't know that you can, and you just got to get out of that inning. I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments below about sending him out there for the 7th inning. He gives up the 4 runs and he goes out in the 5th and 6th and takes care of business. He finished the game with 89 pitches. So, man, 89 pitches. I thought it was a little bit higher than that. I thought about it going into the inning without knowing the pitch count. I thought, man, I don't know if I'm sending him out there for a 7th inning. He had the 4 runs already, 4 runs in 6 innings. But when you look at the body of work, 3 scoreless innings, had the 4-run inning, and then 2 more scoreless innings, and his pitch count is down. This is your guy, right? I mean, obviously Skeen's the ace, but like Keller's your innings guy. During the game, I couldn't help but think, man, I'm just not sending him out there for this inning. Base runners are on. He gives up the run. Nicholas comes out, gives up the inherited run. And he ends up with a 6 spot on his line score. But I think the more I thought about it afterwards and like looking at the 89 pitches even after that, I don't know, man. I think I probably send him back out there too. He just threw 2 scoreless innings in the 5th and the 6th. His pitch count is low. And like I said, he's your guy and maybe struggling to get wins. At this point, it's 4-2. You know, you have a shot of you're still in this game by all stretch of the imagination. You know, you're there. So I don't know that I necessarily disagree with sending him out there in the 7th, but I'm sure that a lot of you probably thought the same as me when you were watching the game. Put in the comments below how you felt about that. Like, absolutely not. He has to deliver. He has to execute in the 7th inning. Or are you there to say, like, I would have never sent him out there because of the stress he'd been under? He'd only walked 1, but he'd given up a lot of hits. I don't know. ERA goes up to 4.13 for Mitch Keller. He is not David Bednar. He could not seal the 4.12 that we talked about on yesterday's show. But all in all, you lose a series to a team who is in first place in their division now. Were they? Yes. Were they above the Mariners? See, now you got me all over the place here. I have to look stuff up on the fly, which is possible. I can do it. That's what you're here for. Yeah, 1.5 above the Mariners, who've lost 3. So 3 straight, rather. So yeah, first place, but they're right there with the Mariners. And I don't know. You know, this is a team who knows how to do it. Jeremy Pena was really good in this series. Isaac Paredes, obviously good. Christian Walker is a good player. I think he only had 2 hits, though. He had a hit in last night's game, and then he had the home run off of Skeens. So maybe he wasn't really a factor in this. But, I mean, you did all this. I mean, could you imagine what this lineup looks like if Jordan's in it and healthy right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a matchup that looks even tougher for the Pirates if that's the case. So I don't know. We're 23-40 now. Loss number 40. Never like to see that this early. This team is under. It's under what we thought they would be, and they're not going to be able to climb out of this. But you're starting to see some things tonight. Just didn't have it, and I think on Keller here tonight. But at the same time, this is the Astros. This is what they can do on any given night. The top of that order is really good. Pena Paredes was really good. So they had his number today. What else can you say? Weekend series coming up. The Phillies coming to Pittsburgh. If you remember, they swept us in Philly earlier this season. And we are sending the same 3 pitchers at them. Am I right? I believe so. If not, we're one off. They are one off. No, they only Suarez. We got Wheeler last time. Suarez we got to face last time. He carved us up, I believe, if I remember right. Either way, it's the Phillies. It's going to be tough. We're sending 2 lefties out there, which you would think would be okay against some of that lineup, but I don't know, man. Schwarber's banging the lefties this year too, so it's really hard to tell. But you're looking at a weekend series loss again, if I'm predicting. I'm sorry. I know that's not the way you want to go here, and maybe it doesn't have to be. Obviously, they can obviously earn this all they want. Bailey Falter at home, PNC Bailey. We know we like that. 3.14 ERA so far this year. It's even better at home. Versus Joe Ross being thrown into this. Hasn't started a game since last July. Maybe this is an opener situation. If you want the best case scenario, you get to this bullpen. If it is an opener situation, you do not let Joe Ross go deep. And you make them use their arms on Friday night. Ranger Suarez going Saturday. Christopher Sanchez, fantastic pitcher, going on Sunday. But we got Skeens going that day. And we've got Falter, Heaney, Skeens. The way you would draw this up is you take one of the first 2 and you win the Skeens game. It's not that easy. And you saw this lineup tonight against a tough lefty, and you're going to have 2 more of them this weekend. So unless this is a good way to like get warmed up for the weekend or something, then if this is more of a sign of things to come this weekend, it might be a tough weekend for the Buccos. You know what? It's Friday.
Is Hawaiian Shirt Day. So, if you want to, go ahead and wear a Hawaiian shirt and jeans.
I should have played that at the beginning. I didn't, but here we are. It is Friday. You've made it to the end of the week. It's the weekend time. And you know what? Is the weather actually going to warm up? I know that we're in June now, but it's been cold. But we want it to warm up. Friday's Hawaiian Shirt Day, guys.
Friday.
Dang it, Bobby.
Let's go Bucs.
Thanks for listening to the Bridge to Buctober podcast. Subscribing to your platform of choice is the best way to be notified for new episodes. And now, new episodes every weekday. Remember, live shows with my dad and Uncle Jake are Sundays at 9 p.m. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and join them in the live chat every Sunday. Follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Bridge2 Buctober. Clear the deck, cannonball coming, and let's go Bucs.